Welcome to Spiritually Imperfect, the show where the metaphysical meets the practical. This is your space to explore the mysteries of the universe, embrace spiritual growth, and connect with the energies all around us. No one spiritual journey is perfect, but that's the beauty of it. Hosts Mike and Jen bring their unique blend of perspective, humor, and heartfelt nature to every episode. Whether encouraging, facilitating readings, or diving into exploring mediumship, energy healing, or searching for clarity, Spiritually Imperfect is a place to where discussions of the collective experiences that we all share comes to the surface. Now, here are your hosts of Spiritually Imperfect, Michael Christopher and Jennifer Lee.
There we go.
I see smoke.
Yeah, so that was weird. I just had a black screen for a while. It said my browser failed to link me, and I was like, oh, well, here I am. Anyway.
Hey, welcome to Friday.
And Spiritually Imperfect, right?
Special Sunday edition.
Yes. Hello, Sherry. Hi, Tawny.
How's everybody doing so far? We'll let the people roll in because I'm sure it's Sunday night. People are dreading tomorrow, so they're probably going to tune in.
Cassandra, hello. Athena says morning. Good morning.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.
Yes. See ya.
Hello, Jackie. Hello, Kara. So yeah, we'll just give it a few minutes.
CJ.
Scratch my eye.
There's Jeremiah. Hello, Lisa. They're coming in. They're not used to us being this on Sunday.
No.
Tawny says it's already Monday. Tawny, where are you at?
She's in the future down in Australia.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Hello, Maggie. Evelyn, we know how to confuse ourselves. So
Right. Who knows what's going to happen next week? Could be Tuesday. Could be Thursday.
You never know.
Could be Tuesday and Friday. Maybe a Sunday. So here we are. So yeah, I have a topic. And it was one that was with me all day today for some reason.
Well, let's talk about it.
Maybe that's because I was supposed to talk about it. But then remember what I messaged you 2 days after the live last week. Do you remember?
Yes.
So be sure to enforce that.
Okay. I will.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you're talking about.
So
I do.
Just got to go Michael or STFU. How's it go? Shut up. Yeah. I talk too much. All right. So do you want me to start off with the topic?
Yes, it's your topic. Okay. Lead it.
I hope this comes out the way it was in my mind this morning or this afternoon, but I'm not going to rely on that. So I know we've talked about the fears surrounding mediumship, the fears, the expectations, all the good stuff that comes along with it. And this is kind of what I was going through in my mind today. And again, I share this because I want people to know that the mediums and the energy workers, that you're not alone with these thoughts, and maybe you can relate to this. So specifically expectations. So for me, I'll start off with, I have a very, what happened? Oh, the side thing went away.
Yeah, I know. It took me a minute too. I watched it shift.
So I have a very difficult time accepting compliments. Always have. But specifically around doing this work, and I'll try to explain why. I have always suffered from a fear of success. I don't know why. I know it's just in my mind, but I have. So for me, when somebody compliments me on my work, I immediately go to that ego's in my mind saying, shit, now you got to do the same work you did right now the next time. And that expectations, it builds,
Yeah.
especially if you've been doing this work a while and people start to know who you are. And for me, it's just like that. That's always in the back of my mind. Now I have to do equal or better on the next reading. And that's kind of where I've had to just kind of force myself to just think. It's like you sit down, you do the best job you can. And we've talked about this before with mediumship. It's not like we're having a conversation with a person. It's not like that at all. So again, we're taking that energy and translating it the best we can into physical language. This comes into play with mediums that are good at, say, names, right? I know a few mediums that can drop names left and right. And I recall in a class early on talking about that with one of the teachers. And he said, that's a double-edged sword. And there's a lot of them with this work, but names specifically, because he put it this way. It's like, say you are really, really good at names. So people come to expect that you get names every time and they're accurate. What happens that one time when you're not good at names? And people are like, well, I must have a bad night or it must be off. So again, if you're good at one thing, people expect that. And then when you're not, they may think, okay, he's not as good as I heard he was or she was. And again, it's just that expectation. So again, for me, it's always been that fear of, I better do well. People are talking about me. Someone referred a client to me.
Yeah.
That's what's going on in my mind is like, oh no, now I got to live up to that expectation of whatever that person said. So again, that's a very brief thing, but that's kind of what was going through my mind today is kind of, again, setting the correct expectation when anybody comes in for a reading. Yes, it's nice to have a good reputation, but again, I think it's just important to come in with it, just a open mind, because we have no idea what is going to happen during your session. Again, we're just the voice box for the people on the other side. We can only talk about what we're aware of, and that's what we bring through. So I'll stop there because I've already exceeded my probably 2-3 minutes.
Actually, I was actually kind of happy to hear you say that, Michael, because I did a soul circle last weekend, which is really just a small group circle. It's a friends gathering. Mm-hmm. And it was scheduled. It was scheduled by a woman that had attended one about 6 months ago. And at that soul circle, I have to say, Spirit came through with some amazing, amazing evidence. So some great things. We had some experiences and some really great things happen. So when she brought me this group, the night of the group, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if it can be as good as that one she attended, and she's bringing 6 people, Yeah. So I had that too. And I was like, whew, because the bar was set really, really high because she had scheduled that off of attending one before, correct? So yeah, I was nervous. However, I do know that Spirit, Spirit is always there. And Spirit will come in, and just like you were saying, Michael, Spirit will deliver to us what they want to deliver to us that evening. So, or that session, whatever it is.
Right. And it's especially true when someone comes in wanting like a code word or a password or some secret code that, their loved one has told them before they pass that, hey, if it's me, this is what I'll show you. They may be showing that to me at the time of your session. It's just a matter of, am I going to become aware of that? That's the biggest piece to that puzzle is I have to somehow become aware of that. So again, if you're coming to a session with these expectations of specific things coming through, you're probably going to be disappointed. Now, I would say on average, most of the stuff that you're expecting probably will come through in some form. But yes, the more open you can be about your session, I think the better experience you have. And that's another reason why on all my sessions, I offer, a money back guarantee or a reschedule, because I don't know how the energy is going to be that day of the session. So any session that I have, if I don't make a meaningful connection within the first 10 minutes of the session, I stop it right there and I ask the client what they want to do. Either reschedule or I can refund your money and we can try again down the road. And I think that's comfort for both me and the client, knowing that, you know, I'm going to give you my best. And if I'm not at my best at that time, you know, it's not like I'm just going to run off and go, I got your money and so long, sucker. No, that's not what it's about.
No, absolutely not.
So yeah, there was other things I had in mind when I was talking about the expectations and the fear, but for me, it's always been that, again, it's just that battle in the ego. It took me forever. I think Sheila finally just slapped me in the back of the head one day and said, when somebody compliments you, just say thank you. Because I would just cower in the background and be like, oh my, you know, I just like, I don't know what to say to that. You know, especially early on, there was a few people that like, this still freaks me out. They had actually gone and seen John Edward and they're like, I would rather see you. And I still to this day cannot comprehend that, because John Edward is like the person that blazed the trail for everybody to be okay with coming out doing this work. So when I get compliments like that, I freak out, and I don't mean to. It's just, that's a pretty hefty expectation, you know, or just compliment, if you will. It just freaks me out. So.
Yeah, it really is. But like, just back to your topic really quick. Yeah, when we're doing a session, just like you were saying, Michael, we don't really control the session. Spirit moves the session. I mean, what we can control really is our presence.
Yep.
And just like Michael was saying, our integrity and our boundaries. That's what we control. That's, you know, what we can do. So
yeah,
I think it's important for people to understand that as well. Like spirit directs the session.
Yep. And all three parties, the energy of all three, two people and person and spirit, all three of them play a role in the reading. So if you come to your reading and you're sitting there staring at me like this, that's going to have an effect, because I'll probably just at that point consider it a challenge. But, yes, you know, and I've had them, and I understand it. People are nervous. People are apprehensive. But the more open and pleasant you can be while you're there, it does help.
It really does. Yeah, it does. So Kara had a question. Have you ever done a session where there's just crickets? I don't know why I have that fear. I do.
Shit.
I have, yes. Very, very few. But yes, I have, and I believe you have too, haven't you, Michael? Where you just...
Well, so I'll say this. Spirit's always there. It's never Spirit's fault. They're there. It's probably me. Again, it could be a combination of things. If the person is deep in grief and they just lost their person and I'm not aware of it, if you go to a reading within the first 3 to 6 months after someone passes, that's probably not a good time to do it. For me, I always say wait at least 3 months, because at that point, no matter what comes through, you're still going to have that problem of trying to comprehend and accept it, because you're still going through that grieving process. So that can definitely affect a session. Shit. I had like the coup de grace of like shit happening, like the oh shit. It was at a group reading. I don't know how many people were there, but it was like trying to drag an anchor chain from the spirit world to give me a freaking message. Whether it was the combination of me, the people there, I don't know. But it was just one of those nights. And I finally, after like really trying my best, I just said, you know what, this ain't happening. I'll be happy to refund anybody that wants a refund. And that was that. You know, I always say, it's like, what's the worst thing that can happen? Well, I went through that. I've probably gone through that more than once. But again, you need to go through those as a medium. Yeah. You're going to have to experience it, because you will learn so much from that. And again, I always say, what's the worst thing that can happen? And it happened. And what happened? I gave people their money back. Everybody was okay with that, and we all survived it. So again, you have no control about what may happen. Just prepare for it, and again, do your thing. if that makes any sense.
Oh, let's see. We had a couple more people joining us. Let's see. I see Sharon. Good evening, Lisa. Tina's there. Melissa, Brenda, Carol, Angelique. She says, "Hey, you were spot on from last time I got on with you. Sending hugs and good vibes your way, my friend."
Well, thank you.
Miss Jasmine.
So yeah, I mean, bottom line is you just got to keep going. You just got to keep pushing forward, and just understand and accept you're going to have those ups and downs. It's just part of the journey. And some people can't handle it and they walk away, and there's no shame in that. This is tough. This is very difficult work on so many different levels. Which I always say, you have to understand why. Your why has to be the driving force for your work.
Oh, Maggie has a question. I want to answer this. What about if the person who passed was a skeptic? Do they still come through? Absolutely. I have had it happen, and they come through. It is hilarious. They will come through and they will admit, I've had them come through and be like, I didn't believe in this shit. Look at, here I am. And that was exactly how it was said. And so it does. Yes, they do. They do.
Yep, they do. And it's funny
it's funny
to hear the messages come through. And it's even better. Like I've said, when I do an in-person dem and I see guys there, I walk right up to them and I like whisper at them. I'm like, "Are you here against your will?" Because you can just tell somebody dragged them there. And without fail, they're going to get a message at some point during the session because they're not expecting it or whatever the case may be. So it's just fun. And they're usually good sports about it. So, I mean, it ends up being a good time. Yeah, it's just every session is different. The energy is always going to be different. In a way that makes it exciting, because if you're doing the same thing every time, it kind of would, get boring. It is never boring. I'm always nervous as hell before anything I do. And I think that's a healthy thing, actually.
Well, I think it is too. I'm nervous before. It doesn't matter how many sessions I do. I always get a little case of the jitters beforehand. I think we've talked about it before, Michael. That's because I care, right? That's because I care so much about the work. I love the work, and I have huge respect for the work. So, of course, I get nervous because I want to honor the work. I want to do it justice. So there's always that little case of the jitters beforehand.
Yeah, every single time. But yeah, so that's kind of like all I had planned to talk about. I liked the last show we did. We had some really good interaction. We had some really good questions.
We did. Hello, Holly.
Hello. We'll probably pull some cards. I have my cards. Do you?
I do have a few cards here.
We'll see if we do mediumship or not. That was the other thing I was going to talk about. And I've mentioned this before too. So mediumship during lives. Yes, I love to do them, but they are time consuming. And there's a different energy when you're doing these on a show like this. I'll try to carefully word this. So there's always a need for a message, right? But most of the time people tune in, it's more or less to like, let's just see what happens. And that sends an energy. And it's completely different than an in-person session. It really is, because when people actually book a session, there's definitely a need to be there, and there's definitely the energy exchange for that session. So the energy is completely different. And that's why we've said too that, when we do these type readings on this type of platform, the readings tend to be surface level. They kind of like skirt around heavier topics and just kind of skirt the top of it, because again, a lot of the messages are personal, and even on the other side, they know to use discretion. They're not going to talk about highly personal things, whether it's regard to their passing, something going on in the person's personal life. You wouldn't talk about certain things in a crowd of people. It's the same thing here. So yeah. And we always say when we do the readings here, we don't necessarily go for the comments of requesters. We kind of go what we're led from or led with. If somebody comes through and grabs my attention, we'll connect and go. So again, it's not to put anybody off about, wanting a reading. It's just during this show. Cards, yes, we tend to kind of go to where we're pulled in the chat. But when it's spirit led, and we let the spirit lead the way.
Holly, I cannot remember the name of that stone, but I will, when I get off of here, I'll remember. I'll send you a message. The spider stone. I have to think
Spider
what it is. Yes. I'll send you a message of what it is.
All righty. Let's see. You want to start us off? I've talked a lot today. I'm trying to cut back on that.
I was looking at, yes, I was just looking at this comment. The best advice I got to settle nerves. Well, 2 bits of advice.
Oh, I don't want to picture the audience
Picture
naked.
the audience naked.
Oh, hell no.
But eat a banana, which oddly worked. So if you have bad nerves before life, eat a banana. I wonder what the deal is about that. I don't know.
It must be the potassium.
Potassium. That's what I was thinking. Okay, so I've got, I have my listen. I have my listen card, so I'm going to do a little bit of scrolling here for just a second. Oh, Jacqueline says something's up with YouTube.
Oh, I do want to say something. I messaged you earlier about this. It's about the shows on the network. I know we kind of talked about it in messaging back and forth earlier, but I do want to touch on it. These shows are much more than about readings. Okay, so if you're just showing up readings, you're missing out on you're missing out, because a lot of the topics that these shows provide, they're very educational. They're a place again to share experiences. So people like to talk about what they've experienced because normally they don't have anybody to share that with. We all know you can't share probably with family around, the woo-woo stuff, some friends. So you probably have very few people to talk about your experiences with. That's what these shows provide. So when you come into these shows, don't just show up for the readings, show up for the content. It'll just mean that much more to you, and you'll get so much more out of it.
Okay. Let's see. Sophie says she needs one of these listen cards. All right, Sophie, let's see what we got for you. Aw, I love this. Okay. Listen, Sophie, your worth is not tied to your productivity. When I feel into this card for you, it's like a reminder to slow down. It's a reminder that you get to rest as well. Our worth, again, your worth is not tied to your productivity. So it just is reminding you that, again, slow down. I feel like you need to take some time for yourself. I feel like you're going, and you're going in a lot of different directions. It's just reminding you that sometimes we are most productive when we are still. So I'm going to leave that with you, Sophie.
Can I add something? Sophie, so of course, when Jennifer's talking, I kind of tune into your energy as well. I feel I need to talk about somebody in your work environment that's toxic. I just feel this toxic person around you. I don't know if you understand this. I just feel like I need to say it's okay to cut these people out, cut them out. Don't let them zap your energy. But yeah, I'll just leave it at that. If that makes sense. Great. That's just what I was feeling around you. There's somebody that you probably would be better off with not being around. And I feel it is work related.
Holly, that's a rough question for me. What's your favorite deck to use for readings? Because I have, I know Michael has way more decks than I have, but I have a lot of decks. But I'll be honest, there's only 3 or 4 that I really love that are my favorite. And it just kind of depends how I'm feeling that day, really, and what the energy feels like on what deck I use. So I don't exactly have one favorite. Holly says, easier said than done. I have one of those coworkers.
Oh, don't we all? But some are worse than others. All right, let me see here. I'm just going to scroll up. Amy Jones Cover. Are you still here, Amy? All right, Sophie, you need a Reiki session as well. I can't let this go. It's like you need your I never say this. Jen can probably attest. I don't think I've ever said to somebody, you need your energy like cleansed, but I feel your energy needs to be cleansed. I don't know why, and I'll leave it at that. But I just feel you could use a little bit of like an energy session. Nothing bad. I just feel it's like, I don't know. You could use one. Amy. Okay, I'm going to pull a card for you, Amy. Let's see what comes up with Amy. Well, you got two of them, Amy. So first is rest and rejuvenate. I call it as I feel it. So Amy, with you, I'm just going to talk about what I'm feeling. I feel like you've been overwhelmed recently with like family members, and I feel that you could use your space away from some family. So that's what I feel when I kind of feel into the energy around this card is like, it's okay to step back from family. We all need a break sometimes. And also the balance card came up for you. I feel this mainly has to do with your children. Do you have children? Because I just feel it's like, again, between you and giving to, I'm just going to say what I'm feeling with your children. It's almost like I feel like you need to pull back a little bit. I feel like some space needs to be given. Does any of that make sense? I'm just waiting for Amy to kind of tell me whether you can go ahead and.
I was just going to say, I know we weren't sure if we were going to do mediumship or not, but I do have a father here and I want to talk to him because he's here.
That's what I was feeling too, but I was trying to ignore it. Yes.
Okay. No, I have to do it because I feel like he's knocking on my shoulder as you're talking. So we got to talk about the Father Michael. So what I'm seeing with him, this is interesting. He definitely rode a motorcycle. And there is a vest that I'm seeing with him, and there's a patch on, I believe it's on the left side of the vest, and the patch is round. I'm seeing that very, very clearly. There's also a flag at his place of rest. That's what I'm seeing here. So if I need to know if that if somebody can take all of that. Karina, can you take all of that? Ooh, I would love to see that, Janessa. Yeah, whatever. It could be whatever right here. I just see it as round. I'm interpreting it as like a patch, but I would take a badge. I could do badge for that. I don't want to make it fit. And the flag is at the cemetery. Okay. I do feel like this is your dad because he is showing me a flag at his place of rest, telling me that he rode a Harley. There is a vest that I'm seeing that has this round patch badge. Is it round? Can I ask you that? Because it's important that, okay. All right. I'll take that, Karina. Give me just a second here. Oh, he's loud. He likes to, I can hear the loud. I can hear the loud of the motorcycle. Hang on just a second. Do you have a hat belonging to him? Because he is referencing a hat. Okay. Yeah, and he loved him. There's a hat that he's showing me. It definitely, I feel like you may have the hat. It definitely has some significance. Yes, that's what I'm hearing, the loud. That's how he comes in with that loud motorcycle roar, Karina. I love it. Did he play Santa Claus or do something? You do have his hat. Okay, thank you. On the living room on the wall. Did he play Santa Claus or do something with Santa Claus? Because suddenly I'm seeing the image of Santa. That would be something that you would understand. Something that you. Ooh, I got the chills. I got to know what the Santa thing is. She's laughing. Do you understand that?
He wrote letters.
I love it. Okay, listen, he's going to be okay. Do you still have those letters that are message? Listen, there's something about him. You're going to get a message from him. It's going to be in writing. I'm not saying that he's going to write it from spirit. You may have something from him in writing, or what you see. You will read something that will be in writing that will just resonate. It will be a message from him. Okay. Still, I love that. Yeah, that Santa thing gave me goosebumps. Oh, okay. Yes, it was him. I love that so much. Do you still have those by chance? Because I'm seeing, ooh, he's awesome, Karina. He just has this, he has such a love for you. It's like he's just he's got a hug that's just this kind of all encompassing. I mean, he feels safe. He feels big. He feels safe. And just understand that he is hugging you in this moment. I can feel him. He's also encouraging you to keep going. I feel like that's all I need to say, and that you will understand that. And I'm going to leave that with you, and all the love in the world from your dad. Okay, cool. Here's what I want to tell you about that letter, Karina. I don't feel like you're going to have to go searching for it. It's going to show up for you. That's what I always say about these signs. Like, don't just go running for that and looking everywhere. You'll drive yourself crazy. It's going to show up for you. That I know from your Father in spirit. And I'm going to leave that with you, with his love and with mine. You got anything, Michael?
Karina, can you take the name Rick? I was hearing the name Rick. Also, again, because I usually tap into the energy as well when Jennifer's reading. Whoever's using like a vape pen, it's like he's saying, knock it off. Like, stop with the vape pen.
You are so welcome, Karina.
And I'll just leave it at that so we don't drag it up too long. But yeah, I kept hearing the name Rick.
I love him because, just that motorcycle sound, that's how he came into, like, here I am. When he comes in, you just know it's him.
And Karina, can you understand the vape pen? I'll Francis, what I just see, oh my God, that's me. Again, I'm not, the vape pen, it has to be, I think it's, I don't know. I just have to stick with, no, that's too, I feel, okay. See, that's what I felt. I was with Karina with that. Nephew does vape. Name starts with an R for nephew. Okay. So your dad is telling your nephew then to cut the shit. And I feel like your dad smoked like a chimney, which he's like kind of contradicting himself with telling you not to smoke. But from his perspective now, those vape pens are like, don't do it. So.
Okay, you're up, Michael.
No, that's okay, Francis. I just was really, that sounds like him. Okay, good.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Exactly. He keeps yelling at me to talk about a squirrel. I can't get the squirrel. I'll say squirrel and I'm moving on. So if you could take a reference to a squirrel, good, but I got to stop because I'll be drawn into a conversation, I feel. Let's see. Christina Warnick. I'm going to pull a card for you, Christina.
I'm sorry you guys have to watch me cough. I've got something going on in my chest. Trying to mute it.
It's that time of year. All right, Christina Warnick. Christina, let's see what we got for you. So, Christina, here's your card. It's spiritual union. What I feel with this is like coming into your own with your own abilities. Do you work with spirit? You have a squirrel in your background or backyard. You love my backyard. It's been a long time. Okay, just take it to squirrel. There's something with your dad connected with that squirrel. Squirrel. So yeah, that's just him letting you know that's me. I'm manipulating the squirrel. So yeah, Christina, I don't know. Again, that's what I feel. It's like coming into your own with your abilities in some way, or finally opening up and accepting them. You do not.
Melissa says I ran a squirrel up.
Okay.
Holly, I was just looking for you to see if you were still on. I see you there. The first thing that I'm drawing a card, but I need to tell you that your mother is here. I do see a hot air balloon from her. I feel like you have seen one of these lately, or you will be seeing one soon. This one actually has stripes in it, block stripes.
I don't know, Christina, if there's something in the back of your mind that's been pulling you, that's the card that I feel it's like this is the time to either explore it. Because again, these don't come up just willy-nilly. So if it's something you want to do, that's just your sign to like, let's start exploring this.
Hot air balloons washer thing. Okay. Also, Holly, there is I feel like I know that there is a day being acknowledged, and it feels like a birthday to me. It feels that it would have it would be within this time frame fairly closely. Like, I mean, I can't take a month or two out is what I'm saying. Do you understand that? Because she is acknowledging that. She's making me aware of that. Also, lemon meringue pie. I don't know if you understand that. Okay. All right. So just know she's very aware of, April. Okay. I feel like it's sooner than that though, Holly. I'm just going to leave that. I might, maybe it's not a birthday. Maybe it's just a day of recognition, but I do feel like, it's a lot closer than that. Would you understand lemon meringue pie? Because that's what I'm hearing. I'm just waiting. It's one of your favorite pies. Okay, so I don't know what that is about, but she's showing me that. Maybe that's like to treat yourself, which is interesting because I want to read this card to you now, and then I want to go back to her. I know you had mentioned earlier in the live about coworkers, so this is funny that this card pulled for you. It says, "Listen, Holly, you don't need permission to say no. F them." So I'm gonna leave that card with you because I feel like that was part of part of the message from mom. She was like, show her that card, show her that card. So whatever's going on there, I feel like I really want to say it's okay to stand up for yourself. It's okay to say no. It's okay to take care of yourself, and boundaries is what I'm hearing for you right now. Would you understand a blanket from mother? She's showing me a blanket. It, the quilts that have the little yarn ties in them, that's what I'm seeing. You know what I'm talking about, Michael? They're tied.
I'm not up on my needlepoint. Sorry.
I'm not either, but I could just see the ties. They're important.
The only thing I know is like an Afghan blanket.
Yeah, that's like crochet. This is like has ties on it.
Maybe when I retire, I'll start crocheting.
Thank you. A tied quilt. See, I can just see the ties.
Holly's mom keeps showing me chickens. I don't know what the connection is, but I'm like connected in the energy, and I feel I need to talk about chickens.
Did we lose? Oh, you know what? I know what you're talking about. Okay. I believe I used to a long time ago. Okay. I'm just going to leave you. Do you know about chickens? I eat a lot of chicken. I don't know what that is.
That's not what she's showing me. I'm seeing like as a memory of someone getting chased by a chicken.
Oh, my word.
Maybe it's revenge on the chicken that chased you when you were a kid.
Holly, there's a vehicle in my awareness. Are you trading in a vehicle or looking at a new vehicle? Having issues with your vehicle? I'm not sure what this is. I'm just... Okay. All right, because I'm feeling like I'm just going to tell you what I feel in the energy. I don't read the future. I feel like something is coming your way there. And I feel like I want to say to you to look at opportunities. Like I feel an opportunity may be coming that may be shifting for you with the vehicle. Okay, so it may not look exactly as you expect it to, but I do feel like something is coming that's going to help you out there. So I want to leave you with that. Okay. You were wishing for a new one just today. Okay. I do feel a shift there in the energy. So just keep that in your awareness. Yeah, there's definitely some opportunity that works for you. That I can see. So just keep that in your awareness. And Holly, as your mom leaves, I see a hummingbird with her. So I'm going to leave that with you as well. And thank you for being open. So the hot air balloon and a hummingbird swish she's showing me. And thank you, Holly. I'll leave that with you with mom's love.
All righty. Wow, the hour is just flying by.
It really is. I know. I was just looking at the time.
Let's see. Kind of just paging through here. I just want to do a couple quick cards. Jessica Taylor. Hey, Jessica. I want to pull one for you. Jessica, we did have a discussion at the beginning of the show. It was about fear in doing mediumship and just energy work in general. So if you're curious, you could watch the very beginning, but I will pull a card for you. Let's see.
Greg says we need a longer show. Sometimes it's all we can do
Yeah.
to get through the hour.
All right.
Thank you, Maureen.
Jessica. Seeing what will pop out here. Here's one that's popping out. So Jessica, here's the card I have for you. It's heartache and loss. So let me just share with you what I'm feeling about this. This really has to do with end of a cycle. Sometimes, and in your case, I feel this is like something's coming to an end that you don't want to end. And I'll try to feel into it for a context, but I feel it's like you don't want this cycle to end, but it has to, because I feel something better is coming along after this. And that's usually the case. There's things sometimes we get the rug pulled out from underneath us. And at the moment we're like, oh shit. But then when you look back on that, it's like, it actually turns out to be a very positive experience. So for you, does this make sense at all, Jessica, just by itself? I just want to ask you that. Again, I just got to have the feeling that something is like ending that you don't want to end, but it needs to in order for you to like move forward in some direction. This is weird, but did you are you going through any kind of like financial loss right now? I was kind of asking for clarification, and I see finance and I see some type of financial loss. Again, I just feel it's like it needed to happen for one reason or another. But I just feel again that it's going to actually turn out better in the future with this.
Good evening, Jeannie. She said she's just coming in a little late, and hello to everyone.
Okay. So again, I think it's just, have patience that the outcome is going to be different and probably more positive than you are expecting. So just have faith.
Oh, I want to read Don's question or Don's comment. I love this. Don says, I know all of those messages were for Holly, but my grandma was a huge fan of hot air balloons. She had them all over her house. She collected roosters on my bed. Was a quilt that was tied about every 4 inches with yarn. As you were talking to Holly, I was thinking about my grandma who made the best lemon meringue pie. The transmission just died on my car. I'm going to go ahead and pretend that message was for me too. Listen, you don't need to pretend that message is for you. That is what spirit can do. And I love that. Please take every bit of that. Spirit is super efficient. Michael and I have always said, especially in group things like this. And yes, I do feel an opportunity for a new car will present, Dawn. So please, that's what, Michael, I just lost the word for that. What do we call that? How did I lose the word? Like a double link kind of thing. But I lost the word.
I was over in my own thoughts, so I didn't hear you. Sorry.
But very common. And so I love that for you. So love to you from Grandma too. And when you talk about that, I see yellow flowers with her. I don't know if you understand those, but she shows me yellow flowers. So I want to leave that specifically for you from her. Yes, Jeremiah, thank you. Piggyback. I was like, well, I can't think of the word. Thank you, Kara. Sometimes I get up here and I lose all my words.
Dawn, do you connect with the name Carol in any way? I'm getting the random names, but as Jen was talking, I kept hearing Carol. Wow, there's that card again. I was just sitting here flipping around, and this comes up again. So if anybody out there can relate to that, heartache and loss, again, it's the closing of one door and opening another. All righty.
I love it. Love that. You're very welcome, Dawn. And you are new here, I believe, correct? So I just did want to say that when we are, if something resonates like that, you can put a comment in like that as well.
No, Carol. Okay, no problem. And I'm not just going to open it up to who can connect with Carol, because I'm sure
it will be here in a while.
Yeah, no, it's not the way I work. Sorry. I'm sure they're there, but I'm not going to lead into a connection that way. That ends up being like a, yeah, not good.
What do you think, Michael? Are we about ready to do a collective?
I think so. Do you want to lead it with your deck?
My listen cards?
Listen, biatch.
Okay, let's do it. Let's see.
Dun, dun, dun.
What do we have? Listen, people. We're going to call it a listen, people card.
Listen, people.
For the collective. Okay. Okay, listen, people. Sometimes letting go is the best. Can you see it? Sometimes letting go is the best way to free yourself. We were just talking about this.
Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah. I mean, pretty much Michael already talked about all of that, but it is just about letting those, we are trapped more in our own mind than we are in our circumstances. We really, really are. And so the first place that we have to learn to let things go really is in our mind. Let them go. Right. And then we can move forward, because we really do. We keep ourselves prisoner with our own thoughts, with our own minds, with our own limiting beliefs. So let go of that stuff. And set yourself free. Okay, you're up, Michael.
There it is, passion ignited. So anybody that's working on something that really excites you, this is your sign that you need to do that more often. It's not about just getting up, going to work, coming home, sitting on the couch, and rinse and repeat every day. It's like time is very limited here. We all know that. So if you've been putting something off, a project, anything that excites you, a hobby, another job, just anything that excites you and you've been holding off, it's like now's the time to start doing that. Go get it. If you need a fourth motorcycle in the garage, do it.
Oh, see, this is a pep talk. Are you trying to tell us something?
No. 3 is not enough.
Is another motorcycle coming?
3 is an odd number. I need something even. No, I do not need another motorcycle.
Greg needed to hear that. I wonder if
there you go, Greg.
Another motorcycle.
Don't blame it on me when you get in trouble for buying it.
He's all about that. So we'll be back next week, right? We're planning on.
We should be here on Friday.
Yes.
You never know.
We should be back on Friday.
Yes.
7 Central.
So until then, again, thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Spending some of your Sunday evening with us. Tomorrow's Monday. Except tonight's my Friday. My Monday is on a Wednesday. Wednesday is my Monday.
That messes. I don't know how you can. That messes with my head. He messes with my head. Sometimes he sends me a message on a random Tuesday and says "Happy Friday," and I have no idea.
Tuesday's my Sunday.
Oh, I'll see something like that.
Monday's my Saturday. Friday is Wednesday. Okay.
All right. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you, guys.